Aaron, what does it mean to battle Jacob deGrom like that and come back and get a win?
Oh, that was a huge win. Like you said, going up against one of the greatest pitchers of our generation. That was a big time win for us. Just he was making pitches all night. Really couldn't get anything going. We got a couple knocks. Belly had a big homer, but to kind of battle it out, kind of fight all the way till the end, till the Domínguez homer, that was pretty special.
And what are you thinking when he swings the bat there in the ninth?
Even the guy before him, Bellinger. I know Bellinger has great numbers off Jackson, so looking for something special to happen. And then when Domínguez walks up there, he's hit a couple balls hard. I think he should have had a homer earlier in the game. That ball he hit to right field at 105. So you knew he was locked in, and it's just a matter of him just getting the pitch to hit and see what happens.
After your second at bat against deGrom, flied out, and you kind of looked at him, he kind of looked at you. It was just that moment of respect between the two of you. Could you just walk us through that?
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for deGrom. He's, like I said, he's one of the best pitchers of our generation in this game, and getting a chance to battle him like that I enjoy nights like this. Going up against the best. That's what you want. So we were kind of going back and forth. He was making some tough pitches, found out some tough pitches, and then he got me to pop out there. It's just kind of like just a mutual respect, head nod of like, all right, we'll see you next round.
With Domínguez, what have you seen with his development so far this year?
Just continue to improve on his approach. I think the swings he's taking on pitches in the zone, anything when teams leave stuff in the zone to him, he's hammering it, and seeing him just continue to, I think that's the biggest thing, his approach, ironing that out, making big improvements on defense as well, and, just becoming a solid player for us. If we're going to go far and go where we want to this year, he's going to be a big part of it.
How hard are you going for the next round?
I'm trying to catch a game, so I want them to win every single game and get a chance to see them play. They got such a great group of guys that you want to root for all of them. They're just guys that play the game hard, play the game the right way. They battle all the way to the end, and you love to see New York buzzing, especially when the Knicks are rolling. We're rolling, the Mets are rolling, so it's a good time right now.
Were you guys aware in here that it had been in since September 2022, last walk-off home run?
Yeah, they always got MLB Network on in here. They love to show those kind of stats on the bottom line. So we kind of heard about that, but you don't think about it. It's just about if you can get that opportunity, and see what happens. So seeing JD come up there in a big spot for us where he needed it, where couldn't really get anything going against one of the best pitchers in the game, and to get a homer off of one of their high leverage guys, Jackson, that was pretty impressive.